Here we go again. We're shooting another proposal in Laguna Beach. Nice, a spot opened up. So right now, parking is not the best because it's January 1st, so people are off and, I guess are coming to the beach. This is the first lot that I always say this would be first choice if you can park. It's just on the side of Pacific Coast Highway, and I'm going to put it on the map where this exact spot is. It is paid parking until 7 p.m., so just make sure you pay the meter. And that would be number one. I would say last place would be the parking lot at the bottom, which is to the right over here. I'm showing you guys on the map as well. It is absolutely horrendous. Do not park there because if you get stuck there, you're not going to be able to get out for a long time. So we've gone down there and it's easily taken us 20 minutes to get out, which we always get here early, so we were okay, but I don't want you guys to go through that, so just skip the one underneath Treasure Island Park. Second place would be Pacific Coast Highway, on either side. That will definitely work as far as parking goes. And then third place would be up Wesley Drive, which is, that one's going to be a bit of a drive. And like I said, I'm putting this on the screen so you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. First place, second place, third place, you're seeing it right now. And give yourself extra time because usually it's somewhat crowded here, especially on the weekends. Today is a special day because it's January 1st. That's why it's extra crowded. If you give yourself extra time, you're all good. It's 3:20. The proposal isn't until 4:30. We have enough time to look around a bit. So another thing we were talking about earlier, I'm going to drop some more knowledge on you guys while we find parking, is it's a little overcast today. And yes, right now the sun is a little bit out, but there is a little bit of a marine layer. And if it is a little overcast on your proposal, wedding day, engagement session, I wouldn't necessarily be too bummed out by it. I would say that it's gonna look a lot nicer than if it's like a bright, harsh day, especially if you're shooting earlier in the day. Luckily with us, we always shoot later in the day. We schedule it that way on purpose, so you get that golden hour, as we like to call it. But if for some reason you have to shoot earlier in the day and it's overcast, consider yourself lucky because that's gonna be a lot better than a bright sunny day where it's very harsh. So right now it's a little misty, a little cloudy, but if it's, sort of overcast, it's not going to be the worst thing for them because they're going to get very nice, diffused, even lighting. All right, so Oscar we just started laughing because he said, you're going to go ahead and get your beaters. And what he means by that is if you shoot in Laguna or in the beach anywhere, have an extra pair of shoes in your car that you're willing to jack up. You can use sandals or flip-flops or whatever, but I don't really like wearing those. This to me is just get an old pair. I'm going to wipe them down a little bit before we go because I was just here a couple of days ago, but it's better than wrecking the white ones. And they're the same exact shoe, they're just a different color. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And then what was the other thing I was talking about, Oscar? That I was going to mention? We were just talking about it. Got to bring my brain? No, no, I need that. All right, so while I clean these shoes, another thing Oscar just said, he said, I'm glad we got here early. And that's one thing with proposals is you always want to get there extra early. So the reason for, normally if we were shooting an engagement session here, 4:30 start, we'd get here, be ready by 4. That would be completely fine and acceptable. But since it's a proposal, we got here an hour early because we want to go and look and see if anybody's setting anything up. If somebody is setting something up, I always prepare my, couples or whoever I'm speaking with about proposing. I always prepare them and I tell them if something is being set up in the area that we want, there's always a plan B, C, and D. And I'm going to share my location with you to let you know what those locations will be. So just in case it's taken, we get there early and check, and then after that, we can always send them alternative spots. They're not setting anything up. On the last one that we did, they were setting up an arch and stuff like that. So on that one, we got here even earlier than this because we wanted to make sure that nothing was being set up there and then they could set it up somewhere else in case it was. Since nothing is being set up here, that's why we're getting here at 3:30. Yep, 3:30 on the dot, to go and make sure that nothing's being set up by somebody else. If this couple was having people set up something for their proposal, we would have gotten here probably at 3, or even last time we got here at 2:45 to make sure that they have enough time to set up and do all that. But given that it's a little bit more of a simple proposal for today, more, intimate, just them, and a few of their friends are gonna meet them here, but they're not doing any setup or anything like that, an hour is more than enough time to go and make sure that no one's there. So we got to the spot right now, the spot that we usually recommend. We don't tell people where to do it, but this is where we recommend, is this little outlet. It's really pretty. That's why that gentleman is taking a photo back there. And it gives you a really pretty view of the beach. It also has a really pretty view of Oscar and, and a pretty view behind him too. So no matter where they do it, usually we recommend they do it somewhere back there, as you can see. But wherever they do it, it's gonna look pretty. So this area also is nice because we can block it off. So if you look here, you see that little entryway, that's the only way in and out. There's that side over there and that side over there, But we can always tell people, hey, would you mind giving us a couple of minutes while we capture this proposal? 10 times out of 10 times, people are usually really nice. So they'll say, of course, they get excited and, they'll step away. That's why we like using this area, because it's a little bit more controlled. If, for example, we were shooting somewhere on the beach, let me point this around. If we were shooting somewhere down there, there could be people sunbathing, whatever. I'm not going to tell them to move. They can do whatever they want. So it's a little bit harder to control the environment. So that's why you get this. I mean, you get a beautiful view here too. So I think it's a really top-notch spot to propose. And then after that, we will take them down there. Today it's pretty low tide, so we can shoot anywhere. If it was high tide, it could come up as high as up to the shoreline, and it would be impossible to go shoot at the rocks. So what we're gonna try to do is, after we shoot here, we're gonna take them back this way, go down over here and shoot at the rocks and have a nice little mini session after the proposal. They're on time, so we're gonna have plenty of time for that. He actually shared his location on the way, so I know exactly when they're gonna be arriving, and that'll help us, so that way when we see that they're getting very close, we can start telling people, hey, if you don't mind stepping away. I went to use the bathroom before, and when I came back, there was just a shitload of people. There was a lot of people. There were like 30 people here. So if that would have been the case, I probably would have stood up on one of these things and said, hey, everybody, Happy New Year. Can you give us 5 minutes? Luckily, right now, there's only like 3 people, so hopefully it stays like that. But since he's sharing his location with us, we're going to see as they're approaching.
Oh my God!
3, nice, and right there, one more, 1, 2, 3, perfect, good. Wesley, give her a little kiss on the cheek right there. Good man, nice, beautiful. Got it, thank you. Nice, and again, 1, 2, 3, good. There, oh yeah, nice, good. Hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. Good. Look at each other right there, guys. Good. I'm going to do a few natural light too. I'm going to shut off the flash. There we go. Let me do one where new. You're going to be looking kind of this direction. And then right there, Wesley, let me have you looking at her. So just like that. Wesley, lean in a little closer to her. There we go. Just with your head. Just kind of, there we go. And then you know what, Wesley? I'm gonna have you whisper a little something in her ear right there. One, 2, 3. Nice. Good. Good, turn your heads to one another, look at each other. Nice. Perfect. Stay right there, guys. I'm just going to do one with the wide also. Let me have you guys facing each other completely right there. Yep. There we go. Good. And hold that right there. Let me check one thing, guys. Stay right where you are. New looking this way. Beautiful. Awesome. Let's do that one more time. That was really good. You can go a little faster if it feels natural to you guys. Yeah. Nice. Wesley, relax the hand. There we go, nice. Good. Perfect. I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm just gonna walk with you guys on this one too. Action, looking at each other, nice. Good, grab onto his arm, nice. New looking this way. Oh, that was too good. Thank you guys.
We did like 2 other photo shoots this year.
Oh, okay, so you guys.
I was training him.
You trained him well.
Oh, that looks nice.
So yeah, I take a bunch of photos. When I go through them, obviously, I'll just go through them, and I'm gonna give you more options than you need. I'm sure of that. Yep. But, you'll have plenty of options. All right, so we just finished up. Let me turn this on. I am dark. There we go. So we just finished up with the proposal. It was very smooth, and a lot of that accounts to Wesley, the groom. being extremely easygoing. Like from the time we started talking to him to the whole planning process, everything that he trusted us, he understood that we know what we're doing, which we appreciate. And so I don't know, it just went really, really smooth because of that. Sometimes we get, some couples or, grooms when we're doing proposals where they want to control every single little aspect and that, and they have an idea in their mind. There's nothing wrong with that, but it almost becomes so overthought that it starts becoming stressful for them and a little bit for us as well. So the fact that he just trusted us, said, hey, we'll be there at this time. I trust that you guys will be clearing that area out. It all worked out beautifully. Like all the crowds, Oscar's nodding his head right now. Like we went up to them, hey, we're gonna do a proposal. Can you move just for 5 minutes and then you can come back to this area and catch the sunset? Everyone was super nice about it. When we actually caught the proposal, everybody was cheering. Like that's the kind of energy that you want for a proposal. And after that, we took them for a little mini session, as I like to call it, because we don't like to take them for too long. So a little mini session around the beach, around, the water, the rocks, all that. And then we let them go because I have reservations. So overall, really, really good shoot. And now it's time to go home. And it was also her birthday. So that was kind of cool. All right. Bye, guys.